Assalamu alaikum students. So here back with English class. As we were on the chapter verbs of grammar gate, we completed half of it, right? We completed till the exercise on page number 47. Okay? So from there we had to continue. In the previous class we did auxiliaries and we did models of can, could, may, right? So we will continue with that topic itself in the today's class. So let's start with our today's class. So yes, page number 48. Okay, this is the part below the exercise, that's the part of your models itself. Okay students, so here we'll be studying more about can and could. Okay, so can and could are also used to talk about ability along with be able to. Okay, so yes, I know you might be thinking the teacher started, so let me give you a fresh. Can, could and may. For what did we use that? If you have listened to the previous class properly, we used it for permissions, right? Yes, so now can and could they can be used to talk about ability. What is the ability? Ability means when someone is able to do something. When someone is able to do something, ability कर सकता है क्या? Right? So can and could are used to talk about ability along with be able to. We use can talk about ability in the present or future. We cannot talk about past. Can be used for present. Can is used for the ability, that is ability to do something in present or future. Is it clear students? As you know, could will be used to talk about past. Could can be used to talk about past. Yes. So here we use can to talk about the ability in the present or future. Can you swim? I can come and see you tomorrow. Do you see the difference? Can you swim? Are you having the ability to swim? In present. I can come and see you tomorrow. So it's about future. Okay. So what is I will be able to come and see you tomorrow. To visit you tomorrow. This is what it means, right? So in present or future we can use about the ability, that we use can. Okay. Next, in the present tense, be able to is a little more formal and less usual than can. In the present tense, be able to is a little more formal and less usual than can. Now, if you're talking about present tense, okay, the time now, okay, that will tell you in detail when we'll be doing tenses chapter. But present tense means when you're talking about time now, everything is happening now. Okay, so for that, instead of can, you can use be able to. What can you use? Be able to. He is able to swim. He is able to swim. Are you able to do the work by yourself? Right? So if you are using be able to in present, okay, and we use more this than using can in present tense. Are you able to do your work? Yes. Will you be able to do the work? Okay. So let's see the example. When is able to speak 4 languages? So it is Ben over here. Okay, students. So Ben is able to speak 4 languages. Now Ben is having the ability to speak 4 languages in present. We don't know about past. But now he is having the ability to speak 4 languages. So if you use can, it is not wrong. Even you can say Ben can speak 4 languages. Yes, but if you want to speak in a formal way, when you speak in a formal way, what is more usual to say? Be able to. Okay, Ben is able to speak 4 languages, he is able to dance, is able to sing, right? So this all, be able to, you can use in present tense, and can is also used for present and future. That is what we studied in this point. Let's move further. We prefer will be able to talk and when we are talking about the future. So, when you are talking about the future, most of them prefer to use will be able to. What do we prefer to use? Will be able to. For example, Arav will be able to get a job soon. Will be able to. Okay, Arav can get a job soon. We can use say this also, but what is more better and proper way? Will be able to when you use future. When you use future, okay, you can also say I will be able to see the exhibition tomorrow. I will be able to come tomorrow. If somebody asks you, can you come tomorrow or will you come tomorrow, what do you say? Ah, yes, I'll be able to come tomorrow. You don't say I can come tomorrow. Okay, what do you say? I will be able to come tomorrow. Okay, we prefer saying like this for future. Something that you are able to do, you can use it in future. Okay, we use will be able to. Okay, let's go to the next point. For ability in the past, we use could or was or were. Okay, we use could or was or were. Okay, so for ability in the past, we use could or was or were. Able to, could is more usual. Now when you are talking about something that you were able to do in past, we talked about present, but if you are talking about past, we can use could or was or were able to. Okay, I was able to swim when I was 4 years old. And this is more. When I was able to swim when I was 8 years old. Okay, or I could swim when I was 8 years old. What is more preferable? Using could. What is more preferable? Using could. Okay, example, he could run very fast when he was a school boy. So could, he had the ability to run fast. If you are talking about what happened in a particular situation, we use was or were able to. Could is not used for past action which really happened. Okay, so when we are talking about a particular situation, do you see? When we are talking about a particular situation which happened at a time in past, what are we going to use? Was or were able to. Okay, so this was the condition. Let's see. If you are talking about what happened in a particular situation, we use was or were able to, right? Could is not used for a past action which has really happened. In negative statements, however, could may be used in place of was or were able to. In negative sentences, see what the difference. In negative sentences means where you are having not. We are having not in the sentence. At that time you are going to use could. Okay, or else you can use was or were able to. He ran fast but he couldn't catch the bus. Couldn't. Something happened at a particular situation, but because it was negative, we are using could. Okay? Okay? If it was not negative, you convert it into a positive sentence which happened at a particular situation at past. He ran fast. Okay? But he couldn't catch the bus. If I want to write it in positive, he ran fast, so he was able to catch the bus. Do you see the difference between the whole sentence? Yes? Why did we use but? Because we are talking about the two opposite situations. Okay? So he was able to catch the bus. So do you see? Something happened at a particular situation. So I am using was or were able to. But because it is a negative, here it was used couldn't. See, I explained you in two possibilities. So I hope this point is clear to you all. Okay? and you should be able to do the exercise. So let's see. As there are 12 questions, I'll be helping you with 5. Okay? The rest of them you tried by yourself. Luckily, I had my camera with me, so I dash take some photos. I had my camera. What does this mean? Past? Yes, students. It is saying I had. It means past. Now, is there any opposite situation? Luckily, I had my camera with me, so I dash take some photos. So he was able to take photos in past. At that time, he had his camera, particular situation, right? So could and was. Now we know we use could only when it is negative. Is it negative? It is not negative. So what are we going to use? Was able to. I explained it just now, right? So was able to. We dash see her on Saturday evening. We dash see her on Saturday evening. So what can we use over here? It's about future, right? Because it is about future, we will use can. Because it is about future, we will use can. Okay? I dash finish the work tomorrow. So again, I can finish the work tomorrow. Again, it's going to talk about ability, right? When he was very young, he dash play tennis very well. When he was very young, it means past. So we know can is present, could is past. So what will come? Could, right? This sum is very easy. Anyone dash do it. So it's very easy. It's about simple general present tense which we are talking. So that is why we use can. That is why we use can. Okay. So the same way, see the situation, and then you do the exercise. Okay. Now next models are may, might, could. May, might, could are used to say that something is possible or that is likely to happen in present or future. So here, why are we going to use some possibility? I haven't written it properly. Let me try. So when we are talking about possibility, okay, we used can, could and may for permission. Now we are going to use may, might, could for some possibility, something that is possible in present or future. Okay, it may or might rain. It may or might rain. I may or might go to the party tonight. It is about present that you are going to talk. Seeing the weather, what can we say? It may rain, right? Okay. So something that have possibility, okay, it's possible to do something, you use may or might. We use could to say something is possible. Now when do you use could? When you are certain that yes, there is a possibility of happening this. When you are certain about it, at that time he could top the class if he tries. Okay? If he tries only, it's certain that if he tries, he can pass. Okay, so he top the class if he tries. We may might could go to the theme park after the exams. What is the possibility? That they may go to the park, they might go to the park, they could go to the park if after the exams. So it's very simple. For possibilities you can use may, could, might, may. Okay, you will not be wrong in that. So that is why in the brackets it's given to you whether you have to use could or whether you have to use might or whether you have to use may. So students, be clear, it's given in the bracket what you have to use, because you can use all three. Now there is a possibility of rain tomorrow. See, possibility is there. So you have to change the sentence. It, we are talking already about possibility. So it could rain tomorrow. How will you make the sentence? It could rain tomorrow. Okay. Perhaps I will visit Varun today. Might. You have to use might. So what is talking about? That the person may go to visit Varun. So I might visit Varun today. Okay. So after using this, you just have to write the main sentence that you are going to talk about. Let me help you with the third one also. Perhaps I won't go to school today. You have to use may. So I perhaps I won't. That's itself talking about possibility, right? So I may. Now won't. Won't is there. It means negative. So you have to use may not. I may not go to school today. Is it clear? So you have to omit the possibility sentence and keep the remaining sentence by adding model. Clear? This is about models that we studied. Can, could, may, might. Okay. So now let's begin with another topic. Infinitives. Infinitives also we are going to talk about verbs only. In infinitives also we are going to talk about verbs. Now don't think reading the word infinitive it's going to be very difficult. It's very easy. I tell you, it's very easy. Okay. How it's easy? The infinitive is the base form of the verb. Base form of the verb. Now what is the base? What is the base form, students? What is the base form? Base form means the V1 of the verb. The verb has three forms. This is already explained to you in 5th standard when we did tenses. We did active passive in 5th standard also, right? So in that also I explained tenses. So base form V1, V2, V3. So sleep, slept, right? So the base form sleep, eat, walk, stand, go. So all these are base forms. So infinitives are the base form of the verb. It is used with or without to. So before that verb, to sleep, to go. So you use to or without to, they are two infinitives. If you use with to, okay, the infinitive is known as the to infinitive is the more usual form. So you call it as to infinitive. So let's see example. John hopes to get a first class. Asma wants to become a doctor. We to become. You see, what does she wants to become? To become. We agreed to live, to reign, to post, right? So all these are two infinitives. So you add to before the base form. Just remember this. Add to before the base form. Now we are given two sentences. This is one exercise. Okay, and you have to combine the sentence and write it in the blanks which are given below. Okay, students, but you will not do match the following. You have to change the second sentence. See, match the sentences of column A with column B, then change each pair of sentence into one sentence using to infinitive. Okay, so you have to use to infinitive and make these two different statements as one statement. You have to use two different statements to make one statement. Now, I am wearing a sweater. Why are you wearing a sweater? He wanted to cash? No. He wanted to get? No. I wanted to get some stamps? No. I want to keep warm. Right? So, why is the sweater used? To keep warm. Okay. Now, these are two different statements. I am wearing a sweater. I want to keep warm. How can you make it one sentence? I am wearing a sweater. Now, after this, what do you have to add? To keep warm, because with two infinitive we have to use and make one sentence, right? So to keep warm. Okay. Now the other one. I went to the post office. Why did you go to the post office? He wanted cash. Then he has to go to bank. He wanted to go some petrol. Do you get petrol in post office? No. Stamps. Yes, I wanted to get stamps. So second one with C, right? I wanted to get some stamps. I went to the post office. Why did he go to the post office? I wanted to get some stamps. Now how will you make one sentence? So you will write in the blank. I went to the post office to get some stamps. Okay, students, this is how you will do the second one. The third one, he went to the bank. Why did he go to the bank? He wanted to cash a check. So he went to the bank to cash a check. He went to the chemist. Why do we go to the chemist to buy medicines? So he went to the chemist to buy some medicines. So with the two infinitives only you have to take. Okay, so two infinitives only you have to take to make combine with the first sentence to make it one sentence. Is this exercise clear? So let's move now. We can use the to infinitive after to and enough. We can combine two sentences into one sentence using to plus adjective or adverb plus to infinitive. So now after to and enough you can use to infinitive. See, the formula is given over here. That means before to infinitive, it means to sleep, to get, you have to use to or enough. So how you have to use that to or enough? To or enough plus you have to add some adjective or adverb and then you have to use to infinitive. Okay? See the example over here. The coffee is too hot to drink. Now, if it was only to infinitive, so we could have done it with to drink. That is infinitive, right? To infinitive. Too hot. See the formula? Too hot is adverb. Okay. And to drink is to infinitive. Clear? Anil is too weak to lift the weight. So to lift is to infinitive, to, and it's an adjective. Clear? So this is the way the formula can be used when you are using to or enough. Okay? Let's see the other points. We can combine two sentences into one using adjective or adverb plus enough plus to infinitive. Now you can make one sentence you have to write the formula is adjective or adverb plus enough plus to infinitive. Okay, enough will be for positive, to will be for negative. Okay, to, it's not for negative, it means it has a negative sense. When you say to, it means it's so much, it's negative, right? Enough is positive. हाँ, इतना काफ़ी है. That's what we mean by enough, right? See the example. Sandy is very strong. He can lift the weight. So how it is made over here, see. Sandy is strong. Adjective, enough to lift the weight. In one sentence only it is made, right? You are old enough to know the letter. Okay. So this is how enough can be used in the sentence. The to infinitive is the last example is passive in meaning. Noun plus maybe pronoun may be introduced in such cases. Okay. So it's nothing but you have to use adjective or adverb plus enough plus to infinitive. Okay, if you are using enough, it will come in between. If you are using to, it will come before. Keep this in clear. Okay, to plus adjective or adverb plus to infinitive. If you are using enough, it will be adjective or adverb plus enough plus to infinitive. Okay. Now let's go to one exercise. Combine the following sentences by using into one using to or enough with the to infinitive. Now we have to use to or we have to use enough, okay, to make one sentence. Now students, you see, Vinod is very poor. He can't buy a bicycle. He can't buy a bicycle. Now, two sentences you have to make one by using to or enough. And then you have to use to infinitive also. Okay. So, what can we write? Vinod is very. Now, very itself means he is very much poor. So, what can I write? Vinod is too poor and he can't buy a bicycle. So, to buy a bicycle. Vinod is too poor to buy a bicycle. How are you going to write? Vinod is too poor to buy a bicycle. Okay? Too poor to buy a bicycle. This is how you have to make it into one sentence. They were very tired. They couldn't go any further. So again, it's giving a negative sense. So what we write? To. So they were very tired means too tired. Too tired to go any further. Yes, students? Now see the third one. Third one I'll be showing it over here only. Okay. This sum is very difficult. I can't do it. So again you have to use to. Okay. This sum is too difficult. How can you write? Too difficult to do it. Okay. Too difficult to do it. Again the next one is couldn't, so it will be to. Won't, again to. Now next we have having a positive sentence. She sings very well is the sixth one. She sings very well. She can perform at a concert. Okay. So very well means she sings. Now we know if you are using enough, adjective will come first, right? Or adverb. So she sings well enough to perform at a concert. She sings well enough. Now see the eighth one. Again it is positive because you don't have not. See seventh one. It is having couldn't, negative, so you will use to. He was lucky. Okay. Now very nothing is written, so it's fine. You don't have to omit that. He was lucky enough to escape injury. Right. So this is how you have to use. Just remember the formula. Okay. So here we completed the chapter verbs. Okay. If you are having any doubts, you can ask in the comment section. Okay. The PDF link is attached with the video and you can check all the answers from the first exercise till the last H1. Okay. You can ask doubt because it's really a little bit complicated concepts. You can ask in the comment section. I will repeat it for you all.